All right, so getting real about what it takes to be free. I'm Crystal Arthur. I'm a functional nutrition and wholeness coach. And this week, we've been talking about a reclamation of our power and authority to experience freedom from the inside out. And today's broadcast, today's workshop was supposed to be about was supposed to be me sharing client testimonials, sharing their videos and clips of them talking about working with me and in the coaching. Um, and I didn't actually get those those videos recorded. I had it set up that I was going to do it with a client this past Saturday, and I straight forgot, y'all. So I realized it yesterday. Told myself by the end of the day I was going to contact her and see if she could make a recording for me, and I'm sure she would have been willing to do, to do it. But literally, here's what happens, and here's what we're going to talk about today. So often we can self sabotage. Okay, just being real. Um, and how is this relevant to claiming our freedom? Oh my gosh. If you don't know off the bat, then let's just stick around. We're going to talk through this. We can want, and all of us have experienced this, we can want more. We can want better. We can want freedom. And we can start that diet or start that exercise routine or start counseling or whatever it might be. Um, we can experience healing, a level of healing that we've never experienced before. And yet, we can hit this plateau or we can hit this wall or I don't know, we self-sabotage. So there's a whole book about it called the Big Leap. I think it's what it's called. It's a really, really good book. Read the thing, and I still struggle with it. So like it's just what it comes down to is that we especially when we're on the right track, especially when we're finally achieving what we've wanted or reaching a goal or whatever it is. We in that book they call it upper limit. We just have this upper limit of healing. We have this upper limit of happiness because one of the reasons is because we feel like we don't deserve it. Or perhaps it scares us because it's something new. I think this is especially true if you've always, like if for as long as you can remember, you've dealt with something. You've dealt with insecurity. You've dealt with chronic pain. You've dealt with a mental health issue, right? When it's these things, and it's not just as limited to those things, but I think especially when it's something that you've dealt with for like a really, really long time, maybe as long as you can remember, we start to identify with those things. We start to say, I'm just a person who lives this way. I'm just an anxious person. I just have arthritis. Whatever it is, we can what relate scaring us because it's something new to yeah, yes, it's there's a fear of the unknown, right? That's not a foreign concept to anyone. We have a fear of the unknown even when that unknown is something glorious and awesome for us. We have this fear of the unknown, and self-sabotage can show up in so many sneaky little ways. It can show up as like we have a big presentation at work and we get laryngitis. Like that was an example in the book. Like literally this dude like had this great presentation that he'd been working on for a long time, and the day up he lost his voice, right? The one thing he needed to deliver the presentation. And the author of the book was telling him like talked to him, was like, I mean, can I like do I have your permission to go there? And he was like, yeah, okay. And he's like, I think well, I mean he was like and he said, I think that you're nervous and you're afraid of failing. And so you are self sabotaging, you're upper limiting so that you can't even fail. Like you're not even giving yourself the opportunity to succeed, to fail or to succeed, right? Because you're blocking it. And we can do that. We can get sick. We can like make ourselves get sick. We can like start a fight with our spouse right? Kingston and I, whoo, when I read this book, I was like, yo, bro, I think we did this like a lot. Like we don't do it as much, but we still like now we can identify it. And he in the book, he I wasn't meaning to talk specifically about this book, but it's relevant. So this is happening. But in the book, he's like, my wife and I don't fight anymore. Like we really don't fight anymore. And I before reading the book, I would have thought, I don't even know if that's healthy. Like it's healthy to disagree, it's healthy to have conflict. That's not what he was saying. He wasn't saying that they don't disagree or that they don't like have conflict in their marriage and differences. But what he was saying, like we don't like fight, we don't like go at each other's throat anymore because it's like, why would we compete for who's going to be the victim in this situation? Oh dang. Bodhi Bachman would say, you can't say amen, you gotta say ouch, right? It's like, oh, okay. And so then I started like noticing that. Like Kingston, I started noticing that. Like, are we seriously gonna sit here and act like fight for who's gonna be the victim right now? Like, no. Like let's just so but it's an upper limit thing. It's especially when things are going well, or especially when we have something big coming up in our business or in our family, in our lives, right? It's just like we have all this energy and we don't know what to do with it, and we're nervous and we're scared, and so we like just like project it onto something else. But yeah, so getting sick right before something big can be a way of upper limiting or self-sabotaging for me. And I think this is very multifaceted for me. It's not just self-sabotage, it's different things that led me into functional nutrition that I'm still personally working through, right? Because today we're talking about getting real about what it takes to be free. Let's be real, it's not like I'm living on cloud 9 24/7. Like for those of you who know me, like I still have my serious struggles. I have my things that I'm working through, and that is what led me to like I don't know. Okay, wait. I feel like I was saying something and then I got off track. Other ways that we can upper limit or self sabotage: forgetting things. Like, oh, I just can't find my keys. I'm gonna be late to work again. I'm gonna be late to what? Like, and so like it can be as simple as forgetting, and that was what led me to sharing this with you today. It was because like, oh, like I forgot to have client testimonials for today. It's like, did I really forget? Like, I think it makes me nervous, the idea of sharing someone else's success story. Now, that being said, you can go to my website, functional.faith, and you can see several client testimonials. I think there's 4 on there. Functional.faith, it's everything about what this practice is, how I can serve you, and the like. But honestly, like, do I know a lot about health and wellness and spirituality and how to get to the root of dysfunction and disorders and disruptions in life, and doubt in yourself and in your family, friends, and in God? Yes. But do I got it all together? Nah. And I think the biggest thing that I offer, that I bring to the table, the biggest way that I serve you, that I serve people, is just by being real. Just by being real about how hard it is, but how worth it is to fight for your freedom. I honestly, like, it's not like I'm not a doctor. I'm not a licensed counselor. I'm not a pastor, not an ordained pastor. Um, I think the greatest, and there's people that you can go to, or there's books that you can read, or there's seminars you can attend, programs that you can pay thousands of dollars for. That I probably already know them, and I can promise I love resources. I can probably share those with you, and you can invest in those, and you can learn from somebody who's been doing it for 30 years. I'm 30 years old. Okay, so no, I have not got it all together. I've not got all the answers. I think the biggest thing that I can offer to you is just my vulnerability and transparency, and walking literally alongside you as we, and faith, find our freedom. I can give you my time that I've invested, and make it more concise and simple for you to be more confident in your health, and in your spiritual journey. because I have spent so much time and money learning this stuff because I love it. And I really like what I wanted when I thought about, making my health journey into an active service to other people. I thought, what would I have wanted a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? What would I have wanted? I would have wanted it to be simple. I would have wanted someone to consolidate all of the all of the incredible information that's out there, wisdom. I would have wanted somebody to take like 100 books and make it into one simple path for me forward. And that's what I'm actually trying to do for you every day. I, yeah. So, but here's the thing. You can have all the information in the world. I don't have all the information in the world, but I have a lot of it. I have more than enough. You can have all the information in the world, but if you don't have implementation and consistent, sustainable implementation, then it's gonna be a hard, slow grind. Let me tell you. And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. And I'm preaching to myself right now. It doesn't have to be. One of the greatest things that helps is a supportive community. Other people who can say, "Hey, how are you doing?" You know, "Oh, you didn't do that? Okay, that's all right. I struggled over here too. Why do you think it is that you didn't do that thing that is going to be freeing for you, that is going to give you more health, more energy, more happiness in life?" And just having that dialogue with someone is powerful. It is powerful. um, I have to have that dialogue with myself every day. All right, we're feeling this way. All right, we in our feelings. Why? Is it what we ate? Is it just how we're thinking? Is it that we're not moving our body? I say we, I'm talking to myself. Is it that we're not moving our body enough? And why? Why aren't we? Is it because we're afraid of failure? Is it because we're afraid of success? So, yeah, let me see if I had what else I had written down. Which I had two things written down. It was self sabotage and uncomfortable, and I wrote that down approximately 30 seconds before hitting the live button. Um, Uncomfortable. We have to be willing to get uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable to fight for one's own freedom, let alone the freedom of others. It's very uncomfortable. But like if you're a person of faith, I'm sure you've heard plenty of sermons where the pastor was like, it's not about being comfortable. It's about living in the spirit. It's about living in freedom, right? It's about um, proclaiming freedom to other people, right? And it's really hard. Whatever you believe in, whether you're a Christian or you are a humanist or whatever, we all want freedom. And it's really hard to proclaim freedom to other people when we're not living it. So we have to do the inner work ourselves, right? We don't want to just live for ourselves. And so many of us, we're so bogged down. We're so bogged down. We're so exhausted. We're so tired. We're so frustrated. We're so stressed with our own stuff in life that it's impossible. We can't even think about being something for someone else, especially outside of our like immediate family unit, right? Um, but you can, and living in community with others is how we, as humankind, have always been. We've always lived in community. It's only in these recent generations that we've been more isolated, right? Um, but there's so much. There's accountability there. There's encouragement for you and for others there. Um, there's just this synergistic effect when you are in community with someone else, working with other people, working towards a common goal. And so that's what you're invited into with me. Someone who's not going to be like, oh, just do it. Just why haven't you? Like it's so simple. It's not. It can be simple, but it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm a living testament to the fact that it's not easy. I don't wake up every morning with just like unicorns and rainbows dancing over my head and I just jump out of bed and just go for a run. That ain't my life today, right now. But I do wake up, I do think, huh, where am I at? Where am I? And I process that. And I've learned how to shift my energy and encourage other people, and support other people in shifting their energy. Like I'm not like right now I'm wearing like kind of like a tied like a rainbow dress that looks really lively and fun. That's not actually how I woke up feeling this morning. But you know what? We're gonna get into that energy. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna move our bodies. We're gonna drink more water than we drank yesterday. We're gonna get it together because why? Hey, baby, I'm worth it. Okay. And you're worth it. You're a king, you're a queen. And no one and nothing, no situation can take away our freedom. Only we can give it to ourselves and only we can take it from ourselves. So that's about 15 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. If you'd like to continue the conversation with me on Clubhouse, I'm going to open up the floor. If you'd like to leave a comment about ways that maybe you see yourself I think it was day 4, I asked the question, what's holding you back? I said, sit in silence and ask God, what's holding me back? Maybe this is a big part of it. Maybe it is that you struggle with self-sabotage and you start and you struggle with the consistency. And self sabotage is just the fruit. Okay, so we have to ask ourselves why to get to the root. Why do I upper limit or self sabotage? Am I afraid of success? Am I afraid of failure? And and it's just realizing it can help so that we can identify in the future and just say no. I'm going to release that and I'm going to say yes to myself. I'm going to say yes to having integrity with my mind, body, and soul so I can stay in alignment with my spirit. I'm going to shift when I see what I'm doing to self sabotage. If I'm sick, if I'm just really tired for no apparent reason, if I'm starting arguments and conflict with my friends or with my family, I'm going to shift my energy. I'm going to turn on music and sing. I'm going to dance. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to eat a healthy snack, right? Okay, I hope that was encouraging to someone today. You can experience freedom. I'll share this too. There was one day this week, and I can't even remember which day it was, but I was just like, do I even believe what I'm sharing? Do I really, really believe it in the depths of my being? The answer is yes, but sometimes I don't behave like I do, right? And isn't that true for all of us? We all at some point behave other. There's this cognitive dissonance between what we say we believe and how we actually are living our lives. We need to bring those two together. Be honest with ourselves, get uncomfortable, be real, and keep moving forward. It's okay to stumble. I'm reminded of that song, We Fall Down, but We Get Up, right? For a saint, it's just a sinner who falls down and get up. I think that's all it goes. It's been a while. But right, we just keep failing forward, right? It won't look perfect. The journey to healing and freedom is a windy road full of hills and valleys, but we keep moving forward. And it's really awesome to have somebody there next to you to help pick you up when you fall down. All right. So I invite you into that. Um, do join us in our community. It's growing, it's evolving. And I know that you have something to contribute to it to make it that much better. All right. So that is freedom for real. And that's all I have for you today. Go in peace and presence.